Well, let's see. We got an iced tea, sunflower seeds, and a metal detector. Yep, we're good to go. Also a 6-volt battery, turn signal lever for a 66 Chevy, some life preservers, just in case we need to MacGyver ourselves out of a situation. Well, hey folks, we're shooting down the road just as fast as Old Blue's wheels can take us. Now we're meeting up with a friend of mine. He has permission for a particular plot of land that we are going to metal detect, and it's been done many times before, but who knows, we may come up with something again. I've never been on it personally, but he has. But for many years during the 1800s, the U.S. Cavalry had a very permanent position in this spot. And I'm not going to tell you any more than that. And I'm also not going to show you many landmarks or much of the terrain. There's a busy highway going by, there are houses, there are businesses, there are a lot of landmarks. We just for privacy's sake, I'm not going to show that. But if we find some cool stuff, I will show you that. So hang on. Well, I got way out in the middle of the field and didn't realize I didn't have my phone. So, the only two things worth noting so far are a very early centerfire cartridge, and then a chain, which that would be awfully hard to date, could easily be from the 1960s as well as the 1860s, so who knows. Got another piece of brass, sure rang up high. Looks like we got a nice early rifle cartridge. Alrighty. Sure is reading high. Another one of the same. I'm not complaining. At least we're finding something. This is probably about number 10. I don't know. Lots of cartridges. I think we are on the firing range for the soldiers. Wonder if I'll find a bullet. What is it? I don't think it's anything. Well, just pulled my first bullet of sorts right off the top. Pretty small one. Now this to me certainly looks old. I don't know. Very easily could have been a wagon part. Bracing. We'll hang on to her. Hey, I found a large chunk of a dropped cartridge. That's always fun. Cool. Well, now we got on to something a little more interesting. I don't know, what do you think? At first I thought part of a scale for an epaulet, but it's pretty thick. Could be. We'll look around this area a little closer. You see that one? It's right there. Not what I thought it was. I don't even know what that is. Well, I'm sorry I wasn't recording that. Got a J-hook. Sweet. Very nice condition. Primo. Just found the greatest treasure in all the land. No, not that, a car. An old car. A shoot 'em up car. Yeesh. There's one good window crank on it. Anybody want it? I think it's a Ford. There's a trail in there. Boy, I know there's going to be stuff in here, but there's also going to be mass quantities of garbage. And I don't know if I want to work that hard today at this point. We'll see. Here's a cute little fella. Yeah. Gonna take you home with me. Sure am. The first and only shoe so far, or part of a shoe. It looks to me like an army mule's been here. You see that circle right there? What do you think that is? Right there. Oh. Oh, yes. Very nice. Nice little eagle button. I can't... Well, I had it a moment ago. Now I can't even see it in the sunlight. Which way is up? Oh my goodness. Blind as a bat. There we go. Cha-ching! Love it. Okay, I was just right there. And now I am right here. I just found another button folded in half. But it's a matching one, I'm assuming. I'll know better. Man, these bugs. I'll know better once I get it cleaned, but I didn't see any lettering on the shield, so I'm assuming it's an enlisted soldier's buttons. But I'm going to keep circling this little spot, see if we can find more. Okay, I see about a 50. I see more roundness. Smaller. Which side is which? That's got to be the back and the shank. There he is. Okay. I think it's kind of crusty. Now we're talking. Yeah. Looks like a 3-ringer. Very chewed up by farming. But I reckon I'll keep it. I'm trying to work my way back to my pickup. But goodness, it takes forever when you just can't put the metal detector down. So It's already past time I wanted to leave, but there, I put it down. Yeah. But man, when you're finding stuff all of a sudden like that, it is hard to stop. So I'm going to work my way back to the truck, and if I don't find anything else of interest, I'll see you at home and we'll look over what we found. So here's the haul from today. Not too much trash and a little bit of treasure. All right. Any day you find one of those is a good day. And plus two smashed ones, so that's even better. Little cuff button. You can see the shank is shoved almost clear through the front. Piles of cartridge shells. A couple of nice bullets. Nails, half a horse, half a mule. I don't know if that's farm related or trooper camp related. And then just random iron bits. That looks forged, so. But it was a great day to be out there no matter what we found. These things here were just the icing on the cake. I'm so grateful to my buddy for inviting me to come out there with him. I'd wanted to do that property for a long time, and I sure appreciated the invite. Now there's also something I wanted to go over with you guys really quick before I go. I, probably like you, follow a couple different guys on YouTube who do metal detecting, guys I really enjoy watching, and I don't think I've ever heard any of them say this. So my story on metal detecting, there were a couple properties I wanted to check out, and so I was just going to buy, I knew nothing about metal detectors. I was just going to buy any old metal detector, okay? And I found this Bounty Hunter Prospector on eBay for 30 bucks, used. I got it, and it works great. Never used the gauge. I just set discrimination, and away we went. And I found a bunch of stuff here on the farm with it, and took it around to a couple other places. And that was probably 5-6 years ago, something like that. But then I started watching a couple guys on YouTube, and I noticed, of course, that they were all using Garrett's. So I checked out Garrett's for sale, and after the initial sticker shock, I ended up buying a brand new Ace 250. And it works great for what it is. I didn't like the fact I really wanted a detector with a number readout, and the mode settings on this are kind of generic, and I don't even know if you can buy this new anymore, to be honest with you. But what I was really frustrated with is I detect in a lot of areas full of iron signals, old home sites and old buildings, barns, that have been knocked down, bulldozed. They're gone. There's just a wide debris field of iron. And this thing, I noticed it had a really hard time completely discriminating out a lot of those iron signals. I could be 1.5 feet off of the iron signal, and it would be giving me a high tone, like there was something good right under the coil, when in fact there was a bent nail 1.5 feet away. And that got really frustrating. But I will say, the one and only gold coin I have found to date was with the Ace 250. So then I decided I really wanted to go up to the AT line. And again, I think the AT Max had just come out at that time, and didn't really feel like getting the gold. I chose the Pro, and I bought this one used. It was lightly used. It It was in great shape, and I hated it. There were so many bleeps and blips and chatter and everything else. It was so completely frustrating for about, I would say 2 or 3 weeks of metal detecting off and on. I couldn't stand it. And what finally did it was just the time it takes, okay? There is a huge learning curve with a top-of-the-line metal detector. And now I love it. There's no way I'd want to run anything else. But you got to know, before you even start, that when you jump right in, you will be very frustrated. You just gotta work through it and train your ear to understand what the metal detector is telling you. But the other thing I want to tell you is, if you get a new bounty hunter off the shelf at Hobby Lobby, you spend 75 bucks, or you get a used one for 30 bucks on eBay like me, you have as much potential as a guy who buys the top of the line stuff and maxes out his credit cards on it. Okay? You can find just as good as stuff with cheaper line metal detectors. You may not go as deep, it may not discriminate as well, but you can find awesome relics. And I will also say it's my experience that when we get down to deep signals, 95% of the time, when I get a good signal that's deep on this AT Pro, I spend 5 minutes digging a deep hole, and it's always big cast iron plate or pieces of tin. Rarely, if never, has there been a good, desirable relic that deep. I know that's not every case. I know a lot of people would argue with that. I know a lot of people have found things with good metal detectors deep down in the ground. I'm just saying, in my personal experience, 95% of the time, all the good stuff I find is within 6 inches or less of the surface. So, that is all I'm going to say about that. Thanks for watching. God bless you. Come back soon.